Today we're in the Bentley Bentayga the V8 diesel edition. I actually drove the W12 Bentley Bentayga W12 before, and so it's really interesting to see what they've done with this. Yes, it's actually the first ever diesel engine in a Bentley car, which is pretty interesting, and it's no surprise that they've chosen the Bentayga to do that. And the main difference instantly I pick up from driving the Bentayga V8 and the V12 engine is that with the V12 there's a big surge of power behind you when you put your foot down the accelerator. Really just kind of forces you down the road, even a bit much like a sports car would do. But this one is a much more elegant, more subtle acceleration, although it is still unbelievably quick for a car this size. 2.5 tons. It does a 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds compared to the V12, which is around about the 4-second mark. So it's still very impressive. Cars that are a ton lighter would still be happy to do 0 to 60 in that kind of time. But going back to a similar kind of viewpoint to the V12, in the sense of it's not really about the outside of the car. There's a big debate about, does it look great, does it look beautiful? I actually think that this car is one of those that you look back on as a favorite, because visually it's actually grown on me. I like it a lot more than I did the first time visually when I first saw it, especially the V12. And also, and it's all about the interior, the space inside. Things like the panoramic sunroof and the creature comforts you have inside the space. And Bentley is so clever at composing interiors. They keep it really classy, but at the same time, there is that element of modernity throughout, from the massaging heated seats to the cooled seats, to even the technological, all the safety functions, from the cameras around it, the automatic braking, and etc. I can go on and on, the list is endless, but it certainly is a special vehicle. Now this captures the emotion of a Bentley. It has that same sort of elegance that you get in some of the, like the Mulsanne or the Bentley Flying Spur. But I think what they've done really well is that the V12 was actually 165k entry price, well this is 135k pounds, that is. This one's actually spec'd up an extra 70k, but you can see what you can do with a similar kind of money for a super luxury car, especially a 4x4. It's a champion on the road, it has to be said. Now, how would I sum up the Bentley Bentayga V8 diesel? Well, it's quite hard to say really, because I don't think it's actually got a competitor within that bracket. You look at something like a G-Wagon, yes, okay, it's powerful, it's quick, but then the interior is nowhere near the level of this. Look at something like the Range Rover, yes, okay, it's again very good car, but not even close to being the luxury that this has and the softness of the drive. So I think it's almost a car that you'd have to say is almost a leader, but in a bracket that it almost stands alone in, and it's really interesting to see. I think what will be interesting in the next year or so is to see how it compares with cars like the Lamborghini, the Urus, the 4x4 that's coming out, and also now obviously Rolls-Royce to launch the Cullinan. So that'll be interesting to see how this car performs besides those. But what's clear to say is that it's an absolute hit. They sold over 5,600 units since it launched, and they weren't expecting to get anywhere near that number. So I think the sales numbers of it alone says enough about this car. So yeah, massive success, big thumbs up.